Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Noreen. If you're new, thanks for watching, and if you're returning, as always, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the folding methods. I touched on the folding methods a little bit in my pack in 2 weeks video. If you haven't seen that one, I will link it above or in the cards in the end. But today we're going to test out each folding method. Fold a bunch of different clothing. I got some dresses, some workout clothes, some jeans, shirts, and jackets. And we're gonna fold each one in each method and see which one actually takes up the most space in your suitcase. Just a disclaimer, this is my experience. This is my opinion. You're welcome to your own opinion of what you think is the best, but based on my folding, my height, I'm 5'9", my weight, all of that, and my clothing, we're going to determine which one is actually the best for me and possibly for you when you're folding to fit into a suitcase, specifically a carry-on suitcase. So if you're interested in seeing which one works the best, keep on watching. The regular rolling method, it's really simple and self-explanatory. Just fold it into a rectangle and roll up. Like, it's really self-explanatory. If you want to make it tighter and neater, I would just say flatten it out a little bit more. But again, for long sleeves, do the same thing. Put it out flat, put the sleeves in and make it into a rectangle and fold up. For pants, it's legit the same thing. It's already a rectangle, so all you have to do is roll. And I would suggest for jackets to zip up the jacket before you roll it up. If you want to just make it neater, just make it tighter and flatten everything out more. Onto the army roll method. It's similar to the regular roll method, button up whatever you need to button up, but instead on the bottom of the shirt, you're going to make like a little pouch, and the pouch is what's going to hold the roll later on. So as you can see here, there's a little pouch at the bottom where I folded up the bottom about 1 inch, 2 inches, and then I'm going to do the same thing and put it into a rectangle. And then now I'm going to tightly roll as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm rolling, but I'm trying to keep it really tight. I'm smoothing out the wrinkles and trying to keep it as small and as compact as possible. Rolling and smoothing until I get to the end. And now where I have that pouch, I can flip it over and then complete it and have it like all together so it doesn't unfold at the end. Moving on to pants, this is especially easy because they're workout and they're elastic, but you're just going to do the same thing, but now at the top of the pants, that's where you're going to make that fold. So as you can see, got a little fold there, flip it over, and just as in with the regular rolling method, I'm going to roll as tight as possible, as small as possible, and then when I get to the end, I'm going to flip it inside that pouch again and have a little, I don't even know what to call it, like a little burrito. Moving on to the Konmari method. So first you leave it flat. You're pretty much starting off flat with everything. But now as we go in, we're going to put everything into the middle. So really try to keep it as rectangular as possible, putting it into the middle like each side. And then now we're going to turn it to the side and cut this in half. But as we cut it in half, just leave a little space at the end. You see the little space down there? And then we're going to fold into thirds. Now we have a little thing where it can stand up straight. Well, if it was more structured, it would stand up straight or with other things, but we get the point here. Same thing with pants. I'm just going to flatten it out as much as possible, flip it to the side, put it in half, leaving a little space at the end, and then fold into thirds. If I really wanted this a little bit smaller, I would just I would put it in half again. So again, like with the long sleeve, I put the sleeves in towards the center. To make it even smaller and even more compact, I would just flip this over and into half again before I did this fold. Okay, so I folded everything already. I have them in piles over here. I got my suitcase out, and now we're going to test and see which one actually takes up the most space. I did not show regular folding because we all know how to fold by now. I would hope so. So I didn't show the regular folding, but I will show you the space it's gonna take to be in the suitcase. So let's get this started. Okay, so I put the regular folding method in here. Just a disclaimer, I see I'm wearing a dress. I do have biker shorts underneath this, so you're not gonna get flashed or anything if I said a different way. Just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, back to this. So as you can see, the regular folding method takes up majority of the suitcase. I am going to like go in and do like a up close clip of everything, an up close clip of each method. But as you can see, it takes up majority of the thing. Like you only have this much, and it's only what, 6 pieces of clothing in here. So this is by far the worst method to use when you're actually folding for a trip, especially a long trip. Moving on, I guess we're just gonna do the regular folding method. So these were just folded regularly. And this takes up about half the space. I don't know if you can see it that well, but like it takes up half the space. And like I said, I'm going to do an up close clip and more space because now I have here and I also have the sides over here. Moving on to the Konmari method. So this one you actually put in your suitcase like this, like up and down. Okay, so this method takes up about a quarter of the suitcase. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I like this method because you can see everything. If I were to do it like this, hold on, let's see. I can also make this more compact and I have more space here, and I have more space here as well. And lastly, we have the army rolling method. Army rolling method rolling for me takes up about half if I have it all the way like this, or if I put them on top of each other. It's about a quarter of it. Okay guys, so for the final verdict, what did you guys think was the best folding method? In my opinion, a lot of them took up around the same amount of space. Obviously, regular folding is just like out the window. We're not doing that when we're trying to pack in a small carry-on bag. It's not gonna do it for you. You're not gonna get half as many clothing in as if you were to do a folding method. I think next worst would be regular rolling. Now, I did kind of do it kind of sloppily. It wasn't like the best roll. It wasn't the tightest roll. But I mean, let's be real. When you're rolling, are you really gonna be taking that much time? Like, let's be serious, you know? So I just rolled it up, put it in there, and that took up about half the space in my suitcase, just having it flat without having anything on top of it. And if I were to put some on top of each other, it'd probably take up a little bit less space, but I still feel like rolling was the next worst one. Now, between the Konmari method and the army rolling method, I think they were pretty even. Like, they both took up about a quarter of your suitcase. It could have been made even smaller if I tried to make each folding a little bit smaller. The Konmari method, I do want to say that when I do that method, I don't usually keep it up and down. It's good for wanting to see your clothing at a glance, but when I'm trying to get a lot in, I like how flat it makes the clothing without keeping it like up and down. Like when I say up and down, I mean like you're supposed to keep it like this. So I don't know if you saw what I did, but you're putting it in the suitcase like this. I do it like this most of the time when I'm packing, just because I'm trying to get more rows out of it rather than just across and see it. But I mean, everyone has their own opinion on what they want to do. Everyone has their own go-to, but I do think those two were like neck and neck on how much I could get into my suitcase. I feel like the army rolling method could get a little bit bulky, but I'm also not that experienced at using it. I'm not the best folder on everything. Someone who's like in the army or a ranger probably can get it a lot smaller than I did. So it's up to you. Let me know in the comments what your favorite folding method is. Everyone has their own style. If you guys have any tips, I would sure love that in the comments as well. And until then, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you know when I post another video. And until next time, bye.